Welcome. You have arrived to the Hefty Gehls podcast.
Hefty's back. It's us.
Hey, Hefties.
Hey, Gehls.
How are we feeling today? Hefty? How you feeling on this fine Wednesday morning? Hefty or?
Hefty or
Wimpy.
or wimpy? Is that what the commercial used to say? No, I'm feeling hefty.
My brain is feeling a little wimpy.
That's okay. I can carry like I always do.
Okay.
It's okay. We all know that that's not true. That Emma carries this podcast
No.
on her back. She carries this family, this podcast, and my career on her back. And I thank you for that.
No, when you made the video of it, you said like Nepo baby or Nepo sister, like unboxing. I was out of town and Gabi made a little TikTok like unboxing all
Did you
my
check
PR.
those comments?
All the comments were like, Nepo sister, I found you first. I found you before Emma.
And you know what? I eat that shit up, and they know that I do because it's always the Emma freaking Arletta show, and it's time for me to get my flowers and my attention. Come on, somebody.
Last week, Gabi said that she really wanted somebody to comment on her post and say, my show is on. And I don't know if like,
I'm like, wait, are you guys listening to me? Are you guys knowing about my stuff and like listening to my podcast? Because last week I got like 3 comments.
I
and one of them-
screenshotted it when I saw it. I was like,
I'm
I
like,
gotta send
wait,
this to her.
You guys
She's-
are knowing about my stuff?
No,
I don't.
no,
I'm
no.
like, this is just a coincidence, or do people actually listen to the podcast? We may never know.
Oh, we know they're not listening.
Shit.
We know
Oh shit.
it was definitely a coincidence.
Well, that's okay. Well, maybe you guys out there, you listeners who are having this in your ears right now, can maybe like tell a friend or like tell your sister to listen to this or like your mom or somebody.
Yeah. Just go to that share button, copy link, and then paste it into your messages. It's like 3 easy steps to follow.
Tell them we drop every Wednesday. Get
Don't you want
Apple,
people-
Spotify, and YouTube.
Don't you want the people in your life to like giggle?
Come on.
Please
They're good.
let them in.
Sometimes though, the podcasts that I listen to, I'm like embarrassed to share them because I'm like, oh, no one else is gonna find this funny. This is very niche.
No, I think our humor.
Gay, stop calling me when I'm working. Should I answer?
Sure.
Macy Gay, I'm literally working.
We're
2:50 p.m. Say hi to the podcast.
Hi, podcast. It's Take Your Jester to Work Day. I am going to be a backup nanny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking her to nanny with me.
I love this.
Take your jester to work day. Coming soon.
Be ready at exactly.
Don't forget to put on your jester costume.
Love ya. Bye. Yesterday, I think the little girl that I nanny called Macy Gay. I'm like, oh, that's not.
Well,
how
that
I
could be
really-
somebody's real last name.
Macy Gay.
Yeah. It's gray, but no, actually, so yesterday, you guys know I'm on this journey to become a Pilates instructor.
Yes, I'm really sad that I missed your practice.
Well, I had my
class.
first practice class where you like have your friends and family come and you do a full class, like 45 minutes teaching like a normal class, right? Did that last night and it was rough.
Really?
It could have been rougher. It
was your first class, though.
I know it, and your brain. I just like, this is what sucks. When I'm in class and I have a bad Pilates teacher, I'm that person who's like, this is such an easy job. Like I could do this. Like put on some good music, talk us through the workout, motivate us, and like it's not that hard. Now being on the other side of it, it's like those people who are like, my kid will never do that, and then they have like the worst children. That was me. Like I was like. I was tripping over my words. I was like, like afterwards, Sultan was like, babe, if the music is too loud, like just turn it down instead of like trying to yell over it. And Macy told me, Macy was like, she was trying to be nice and like joke about it, but like, she was like, there was one time where you like, I think you couldn't like, you didn't think we could hear you or something. And like you yelled and she was like, it scared me.
She's like, no more yelling, please.
But this is what happened. People, they were tired, so like they weren't getting into the next move. I thought they couldn't hear me because I'm like, okay, why are they not getting into it? They were just like kind of like lollygagging. So I'm like, meet me there. Like, get to it. And 3,
Damn,
2,
I hate
1.
when the instructors do that. I'm like, me have my break for a second, okay? I paid for this class so I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, now I know what it feels like when the instructor sees me take a million breaks during the class.
They're like, bro, you can get your ass up.
Yeah, and they're like, Emma, come on. Now, you know who didn't really
They're
take...
like, Gabi with the modification. Yes, everybody, if you need to modify, look at Gabi. I'm like, okay.
They always do that.
Okay.
They're like, oh,
Yes.
yeah. And yeah, look at
They'll,
Emma. If
They'll
you-
see what I'm doing. They're like, yes, and if you need to modify this move, you can take it down to your knees. I'm like, okay. Why did you say that right after you looked at me?
Well, then I feel bad when like half the class goes down to their knees because I'm like, "Ugh, I just influenced you guys to like take it easy.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, relax a little bit. But Selton in bed last night, I was like thinking about it. I'm like, you really didn't take any breaks, like when I was teaching.
Selton is a Pilates freaky warrior.
Well, and he was like, I was waiting for you to like call me out because I was calling everybody out, like, oh, good job, Joey, like having good form.
You didn't even get a call out from your fiance? Divorce. Coming soon.
Well, you know what? Just come back next time. Maybe next time you'll get the shout out.
Well, okay, I have a funny story to tell. The girl that was our Pilates instructor, like we're really good friends with one of our Pilates instructor, but the other one, I'm like, I don't really know her that well. And she
Wait, who?
the one that we had last, who's really hard. I don't remember her name.
Oh yeah, her name's Alexis.
And we're not like friends with her like yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've only taken a couple of her classes, but I was there with you and Macy, and she said something on the microphone like, "Good job, Gabi, great form." And she was like standing right there. I was like, me? Like I like was just like make a face like that, and she was kind of like confused, like. And then she walked away. I was like, oh, that was embarrassing.
She's like, are we vibing? Are
I
we
was
not
like,
vibing?
Me? Thanks.
No, I think that because me, you, and Macy were like in the corner and we were like, we would like talk, say little comments to each other and giggle. I think that maybe she thought we were talking about her or something because it'd be like when she's on the other side of the room, you know?
Why
but
I would never do that.
I would think that like, oh, are they saying it's too hard or are they saying like, I don't know. You just like, you always think when somebody's whispering that they're talking about you. It's just like human nature.
Oh. Guys, I had a crazy week. I was out of town. I was out of office, as they say.
TD.
Are you gonna ask where I was or like?
Oh, Gabi, tell us. Where did your
Guys.
ventures take you last week?
I've been jet set. I'm like really jet lagged. Even though I was in the same time zone. Like I'm just so jet lagged, guys. Yes, I was in Lake Tahoe in the mountains. I did almost lose my life there a couple times. It's dangerous up there. There was a huge winter storm blizzard. It was literally snowing for like 48
The bears
hours
almost got her.
Bears almost got me. I almost slid off the side of the mountain. I almost got hypothermia. There's a lot of things when you're out in the elements that like that.
I thought maybe though those new boobs could weigh you down a little bit so you wouldn't slip as much on the ice.
The house that I was staying at is on sale. That wasn't even funny. It's on sale for $20 million. So if anybody has an extra spare $20 million, maybe we can like make a GoFundMe and like put our funds together, Hefties, and like maybe we can go in on it together, like a vacation home for us. So if anybody like has any interest in that, like just like leave a comment.
Would you say it's like
I'll-
worth
I'll
20
email
million?
you. Yes. Well, I don't really know. When things are like that much money, I'm like, that isn't even in my, I've never even thought
Cannot
about
compute.
that type of money.
Or
Like I
cannot
can't
compute.
even. There was literally a whole other wing of it was like the guest house, a whole other wing that literally nobody was staying in. Like that house could fit like 35 people or something crazy. It was like 18 bedrooms. It had an indoor pool. I have never been to a house with an indoor pool before.
Did you guys have to?
It was
Did you pay
insane.
like all split to pay to
No,
stay there?
because the person who had got it for free. They just had to post a video.
Wow.
Got it comped. And this house, the Kardashians have stayed at before. I was like, this looks a little bit familiar when I was in there, and I realized, oh, it's because I've seen all the Kardashians.
I was realizing this as we were getting ready to record the podcast. Is I'm like, how do we have like, how is this our life that we like live in LA?
Also,
We're going to places that like the Kardashians would stay. Every week I feel like we meet some kind of celebrity. We have some story to tell.
There's some like, I don't know. Living in Los Angeles is a whole different world. It really is. It's like culture shock. But when Joey picked us up from the airport, because Macy came with me, it was like the most boy question to ask like after a trip. Like he was like, so Macy, would you say that's the most expensive house you've ever been in? Like, kind of question. I don't know. I'm just like, that's like the most like, I don't know. He's such a person because he's an accountant. Well, we were at like Disneyland or something together, and he was like, so how much do you think like they make per day? I'm thinking of like he was like trying to like calculate. Like I don't know. I feel like
'Cause that's,
boys
like-
are always thinking about that kind of stuff. I'm like, bro, I don't know what the most expensive house I've ever been in. I don't know.
No, I would not have thought about that.
Like it's such a random question. I'm like, that's the most boy question I've ever heard.
it's more, I want you to ask me like, so is that like the best, like, did you wear your best outfits? Like,
Yeah, like
how
was that?
it?
Did you have a good time? Was it fun?
I will say
How were the
though,
people?
so
I would want to
Macy,
hear any drama.
our friend Macy, she's been on the podcast. If you haven't listened to that episode, you should go back and listen to it. She has some crazy stories from her childhood, but she is engaged
Jester.
also. Yeah, our jester. And Joey is her fiance. But I was going to say that Macy is in the clear and in the safe because there was a video that came out on Instagram or TikTok. And it was like the people to marry who are like least likely to cheat on you.
And this was like coming from like a divorce lawyer or something. Like
Yeah.
a divorce lawyer was
Like
making
from
this. Or
trends
a
of-
therapist or something.
I don't know. It was like number one accountant.
Yeah.
So like
I sent it
Macy,
to her. I'm like,
Macy is in the
you're good.
clear. You're safe. Joey is more worried about how much the house costs or how much people are getting paid. He can't
How
even
much
look.
Disney is making per day.
He can't even look at other women. He's so busy calculating, crunching numbers.
Crunching numbers in his head.
I was watching the thing waiting for them to say engineer because Selton used to be an engineer. They didn't say it. And I'm like, Selton, I think you should be an accountant. Like, I think you should go back to school. But I will say that our my aunt is married to our uncle.
You don't want to ask me any more questions about my trip?
I'll come back to it in a second.
Like, it was really fun and I was there for a whole week.
No, this is okay.
And there was a sauna inside and also a steam room and a movie theater room.
That is on my goal. That is on my bucket list.
to have
or
a
not bucket
sauna in your
list,
room, in your
Is to have a
house.
sauna in my house. A cold plunge, we don't really need that. A sauna though, and red light sauna. I want it to have red lights in it.
Ooh, yeah, me too.
What is like one thing you want to have in your future home? Like goals.
I've never even thought of that. That's how you know I'm like
You're not going anywhere in life. I don't know how that just like slipped off the tongue so easily.
You're such a bitch. It's like literally not
Okay,
even
but like,
funny.
why don't you take a second and think about like what is something you would
An
want in
art
your?
studio. I want an art studio.
Oh wait, that's a good answer.
Yeah, bitch. You're not going anywhere in life is so crazy to say to somebody. Okay.
Well, you know, I am really going places in life because this last week I met my idol.
You're not even gonna apologize.
I
Okay,
just-
you say this like it's a new thing. Like you haven't met her 3 fucking times and you guys follow each other on Instagram. She's like, I met my idol. You guys didn't meet. You know each other at this point.
I've met her. Okay, first off,
You have?
I've had a like 5-second interaction with her before this week.
No.
Yes, at the Good American panel, she came up, hugged me, and was like, "Wait, I know you. I follow you." Hugged me, walked away. That was the only interaction I've ever had with Ashley Graham. If you guys don't know who my idol is,
Ashley Graham.
Ashley Graham. As most hefties, that is their idols.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
She
She's
raised
my idol
us.
as well.
she was like, I was trying to explain who she was to Joey because we were at this karaoke party.
She's the OG plus
Yeah.
size model.
That's exactly what I said. I said she was like one
She's
of
the OG Midwest princess also. From
Yeah.
Nebraska.
She really went places in life.
Okay.
Um,
Go
But-
ahead and log off.
So I
for
had
me.
met her like really, really briefly before, but there was a brand event this last week with Ollie Wellness, those like sleep gummies, vitamin brand, and she is their new ambassador. And so she was there doing a live podcast with the What We Said podcast, which is 2 influencers, JC Marie Smith and Chelsea. I don't know her last name, but Ashley Graham was there, and they made it out to see him in the invite that like you were gonna have time to kind of like talk to them, like they were gonna be actually mingling. Whereas last time when
Did
she
Dom
was,
go with you?
she just happened to be there because
Dom
she's
did?
because she's friends with JC. So I was like, it's just like I don't know. I didn't know like, am I gonna talk to her? Are we gonna have a conversation? You know. But what was really sweet is we didn't get to talk to her in the little like lounge area, but we went into the area where they were recording the podcast. And we kind of were getting our seats, and she came up to us. Like she came up to me and Avery because she follows both of us on Instagram, and she really does know what's going on in our lives, which is so crazy to think that.
Ashley.
Yeah, but she just is so normal and nice that it just felt like a really good conversation with somebody that you're like catching up with that you haven't seen in a while. But she came up and she was like, let me see the ring. How's wedding planning going? And we just like talked
She
all
knows about your
things.
stuff for real.
I know we talked about for like 20 minutes.
I'm
but
like,
this
did
is
she like
what's-
ask about your sister at all, or like wonder where I was?
No, she didn't actually. Did
Hmm.
she? I can't remember. But I don't know if she's like just PR trained really well. Like you can just tell that she
No, somebody you either have it or you don't. Like that, just like underlying like charisma, star quality.
which she
Addison
does have it.
Rae
What I'm saying
has
is
it.
like this is the thing though.
Ashley Graham has it.
Does she actually like us and is she actually interested in our life? Or is
Yes.
she there to be like, you want to make your followers like it's like
I
this.
see, I see, I
If a
see, I
follower
see.
came up to you, you're gonna have your best face on, right? And you're gonna
Right.
be like super kind and super nice.
Right.
So her like assistant came up or somebody came up to her while she was talking to us and was like, hey, like we're about to get
But
started.
you guys are kind of in the same space at this point. It's not like you're a random person. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's different. Like she's clearly on a different level.
Right.
But somebody came up to her and was like, hey, we're about to get started. Like, come on. And she's like, ugh, I don't want this conversation to end. And in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh my god, she's in love.
And I'm
with
like,
me.
same. Like, like we're really enjoying the conversation. But I'm like, is she just saying that because she's like being nice? Or
Right.
does she actually enjoy the conversation,
Mm,
My gut
that's
tells
things
me,
that you have to stay awake.
my
and
gut
think
tells
about at
me
night.
that we're friends.
But my heart tells me a different
But
story.
my heart tells me,
but my
Emma,
mind tells me.
be for real. No, but she's really nice. And
And honestly, like once I saw that picture of you guys next to each other, I'm like, Emma and Ashley Graham look more alike than your own biological freaking sister.
it's
Than we look alike.
It's odd too because I don't know. I hate to say this because it's just gonna make me sound a little psychotic, but I do feel like me and her have been connected our whole lives.
I have people like that I feel the same way too. That
No.
I'm like,
Weird things. Okay, maybe when I say this, you're gonna be like, "You're Delulu." Okay, first off, during the podcast,
Not
she
Delulu.
said after 10 p.m. I can't do anything. Like I am like, no, I can't, I'm
Dead
not
to the
useful.
world.
Yeah, dead to the world. That is literally me. After, honestly, before 10 p.m. Like at night, I can't do anything. She's a morning person. Like me and Selton will talk about things or I'll buy something designer or whatever. And then I see her wearing it like on her stories the next day. Or like, I don't know what it was. Oh, she loves Krispy Kreme donuts. Like she loves a good glazed Krispy Kreme donut.
okay, so do I.
And one time she was like
She
working
could
out with her.
definitely be our
I
our
feel like we're
cousin or something.
connected. Yeah. Like I feel like there's
And
something.
there's some like okay, me and that Gabi Windy person,
Uh-huh.
Whitney, we look the same and we have the same name. Like it's weird, like when you have a doppelganger and then your name is also the same. I'm like, okay, this is getting a little
And
bit spooky.
You have a lot of doppelgangers.
I do. I'm realizing that I do have a lot of doppelgangers out there.
Guys, comment below Gabby's,
one of
Gabby's
them-
doppelgangers.
one
Look at
of
the
them-
camera so they can see you.
One of my doppelgangers is a murderer. I forget her name, but she killed her.
It's like Airy or something. It's like that
Celia
Princess
Banks.
Ariel.
No, what's her name? Shit.
Jodie
It's slipping.
Aria.
Yeah, Jodie Arias. But I have been listening to that girl's podcast and she is that's like my new favorite podcast. It's like the perfect amount of time. It's
Wait,
like
who?
45 minutes. Gabi Whitney. I don't know if it's Whitney or Windy or what it is. Something along those lines, but she's so funny and I feel like she's just like popping off right now. She's on a new show, Traders, which I want to start watching. And I've learned so much about the lesbian community because she's a lesbian girlfriend.
And what's crazy is,
I'm
so
like,
if you guys don't know who this is, she was the
On
Bachelorette.
The Bachelor.
She
Wait,
was
what?
She was the Bachelorette.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought she
Yes.
was just on it.
No, she was.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, her and
Who'd
another
she
girl.
end up picking?
Wait, am I crazy? No, I'm pretty sure it's her. I don't know. But it's funny because now she's lesbian. There's actually two people in the Bachelor industry that have now come out. Colton, who was also the
Larkins?
Bachelor, now has a husband, and they actually, I think, have a child now. And then Gabi,
Gabi Whitney.
which is
That's
just
my diva.
crazy to be on a show where like you're picking a partner. Like I'm like, did you know you just like wanted to be on the show, or like I would love to like know both of their
right,
journeys
that
and like
story.
the storyline of how it all happened.
Right.
Because
right.
I'm like,
But she's literally so funny and her voice is so like distinct. Like she just has this like, I wonder where she's from.
she talks
but
really slow.
She talks really slow. She's just so funny. She had that viral sound that's like don't call me after 3 p.m. I just ate lunch. I'm lethargic.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
are you doing? I have business hours. I'm like, oh my God, she's so freaking funny.
She also had the nail videos, like,
Blur,
just got my
blur,
nails
blur,
done, and they're blur, blur.
I know. I always
blur.
thought that was so annoying, and I had because someone had tagged me in it, like, you guys look like. And I'm like, that was like a year ago. I'm like, who's this bitch? She's annoying. Didn't follow, and then when you
Look at you
that,
now.
it's like sometimes you can't escape your doppelganger.
Comes back
and it's
around.
for a reason.
I love that for you.
Yeah, me too.
I really feel like my brain is empty right now. I need to look at my notes.
I think okay, me too. Fine,
And
me too.
I can't have my own thoughts. Oh, you know what's that a TikTok I've been on this week?
What?
Let me see if you can guess from this. 9 DPO.
I don't know what that is. 9 DPO.
Mhm.
Don't piss me off. Do you know?
No, it's
Don't
DPO
DP.
means days post ovulation. So I am on
Don't
the
piss
pregnancy
me
test
off.
side of TikTok. And I'm not kidding.
Shocker.
Every other video is 9 DPO pregnancy test. So it's like 9 days post ovulation pregnancy test.
Are you pregnant? Is this your announcement?
No, but I'm like, can I get off this? Because like it's honestly like most of them are negatives, and it's like people trying like that have been trying to conceive for a long time. And I'm like, this is depressing, you know?
Yeah, just don't interact with videos anymore. No watch.
That's this is the thing is like I can't help myself. If a video comes up, I need to see if they're pregnant or not. So like the algorithm sees that I'm watching these videos all the way
so
through.
It feeds you more.
And I can't change.
I've been being
it.
fed really sad videos, and so I have to swipe by them because I'm like, I don't want to see that.
Everybody's been talking about Billie Eilish's reposts on TikTok.
What are her reposts?
Everybody's like, oh, guys, Billie Eilish is so depressed. Like, have you guys been watching her reposts? I don't know. I haven't looked at them. But I'm like, I need to tell Gabi to check in on her girl.
Billie, like.
And then
just
everybody in
call
the
me girl.
comments on that video of them saying that was like, have you listened to her music? Like, y'all, she's been depressed.
Well, I wanted to talk about Valentine's Day. Did you have a good Valentine's Day? That was last week.
Yeah, we actually had a really good Valentine's Day.
The light's really on you through the window.
Yeah. Like I'm going places.
And what'd you guys do? Did you go on a date?
What did we do, Selton? Why don't you give them a recap?
What'd you have planned for your bride to be?
Was that Friday?
Yes.
That was past Friday?
That was the day that I got back in town. I was on the airplane.
Well, we started the day off with a 6 a.m. Pilates class.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And then we went to Sprouts right after.
What'd you get at Sprouts?
We got like everything to make like homemade pizzas and stuff like that.
You never gave me a slice, Emma.
We had some wine.
Did you watch a movie?
Yeah, we watched Sister Act.
What Sister Act?
You never seen Sister Act before? With
Never heard
Whoopi
of
Goldberg?
It's like
Yeah.
an old movie.
Like 1992 or 91, the first one came out.
I never heard of that.
It's like she's like a showgirl in Vegas, and the person, like her lover, you could say, is like this huge mob boss, and she walked in on him killing someone and went on the run, and then
shit.
She had like had her identity, like go into
and
hiding.
then they put her into
Oh,
hiding
shit.
at a nunnery.
Oh,
whatever.
that's a good.
Yeah,
good
it's a cute
plot.
storyline.
Yeah.
I want to watch Martha Stewart's documentary, so I can really tap into my trad wife era.
Yeah, we should. I
coming
feel
soon.
like that would help me become really get into the wife era that I'm about to enter.
Are you gonna be a trad wife?
Hell no. You think
nurse
I'm gonna be
of
making
sorts.
sourdough in my kitchen?
Oh my god, Emma's never touched a freaking dish in her life. She could never.
Wait, I want to know how your Valentine's Day was.
I was traveling because I'm like just my year of travel this year. So
I was like on planes.
my Valentine like couldn't find me because he didn't know where I was. So maybe next year we'll try again. We'll reconvene.
Who's your Valentine this year?
Actually-
Who's your Valentine?
Actually, this year it was actually like pissing me off like no other. Like I couldn't be on Instagram. I don't know what it was. Maybe I'm reaching the age of like, oh, I should actually be in a relationship, or I should be like moving things in a right direction. And every single person and their mother has a freaking boyfriend. I'm like, oh, this is just everybody's day to like hard launched their boyfriend. I was like, okay, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. I couldn't get on Instagram. Every time I'd get on, I would swipe. It would piss me off. I'm like, okay.
Okay, but think about
I'm getting off of this. I can't see one more Valentine's post of somebody and their boyfriend, or else I'm gonna
But that's the thing. Is like, yeah, the feed
J
gets
off the
overwhelmed
B,
with it.
jump off the balcony.
J off the
Take a
B.
J off the B.
The juju on the beat. The Justin to the Bieber. The JBL speaker.
And Valentine's Day has never felt that way before. I've never felt that way. And now all of a sudden I'm like, oh, what is this feeling?
Probably because people at this age are like
Everybody.
more into
It's
committed
literally everybody.
relationships.
I'm like, what the hell?
But
I
you have
thought
to-
we were all in this together.
Sound off in the
Apparently
comments if you're
not.
single.
Like, we're not in this
Tell
together
Gabi-
anymore, I guess.
Gabby,
Damn.
you're not alone.
Get off of me. Don't touch me.
There's a lot of people at your age that are single.
Well, here's some more bad news. In 2 months, I'll be kicked off my mom's insurance. And some more bad news. Wolfie's eye surgery that he has to get, $3,000. And the lab work that he has to get before he can get surgery, $400. The consultation that I had to get with the eye specialist just to consult and for them to tell me he needs surgery, $400. Like, okay. Okay, like, should I put Wolfie down, yes or no? Sound off.
Okay.
Chat, should I euthanize my cat, yes or no? Sound off in the comments.
I think we need to edit that out.
I'm just kidding. It's a joke. I would never. That's my son.
My gosh.
A joke. It was a joke.
Yeah, should I euthanize Gabby?
Yeah, should I euthanize myself? Sound off in the comments. Fucking hell.
Wait, we need to get that would have been perfect for what makes you sick to your stomach, fam.
What makes me sick to my stomach, fam, is the veterinary community. They're just a bunch of scammers and schemers. Just all they want is they're just money hungry. I just know it. Ugh, and I'm like, you're really preying on this young 25-year-old girl who's about to get kicked off her mom's insurance and didn't have a Valentine this year, and you want me to empty my checking account?
Gabby's Gabby, wait.
Oh
Gabby's
my
Valentine.
God.
Valentine this year was her health insurance. One last go.
Like,
One
no,
last date.
and I made my dermatology appointment for tomorrow. I'm actually
Yeah.
going to the
You're
dermatologist.
taking your Valentine out on one last date.
Can't do this anymore. And I need to make a appointment to get prescribed 5
Wait, you were actually about to turn 26
Yes.
in April.
That's what I'm saying, Emma.
Oh my gosh. Wait, so what else?
Oh my God.
Wait,
Were
what-
you not
what
listening
exact
to
day
anything
in
I just
April?
said? April 8th.
8th. My brother's birthday's the 11th.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? How did I never know this?
Huh.
Me and Sterling.
Wait,
Aries.
so this is my thing though. What are some things that you should do before you get off mom's health insurance?
Go make a Tia appointment. I need to get a pap smear. I need to
Wait.
get Vyvanse, Adderall. What
Jump off the
else?
balcony.
Ozempic. Like, fuck. I got a lot to do in these next 2 months. Shit. Once you get prescribed something and then you're off insurance, then what? Can you not get a refill?
You can get a refill, but it's just
more
not covered by
expensive.
Mhm.
Oh my
insurance.
God. Oh my God. Like, I'm actually about to crash out. Crazy.
No, I did hear though there is, I think Rayanne uses it. There's a platform that you can get health insurance on. It's like for freelancers. It's supposed to be like better and cheaper. So I think we should try that out. Because my
I'm
health
not ready to
insurance,
pay $400
my health
a
insurance
month.
right now,
$400, $600 a month.
over $400.
Like, that's sick. That's sick. Twisted.
Yeah, it's like what you have
I'm
to
moving
choose.
to Canada. Like, I'm literally Hamza. I'm coming for you. Please save me a spot, and I'm bringing Wolfie too.
Wait, Slushy Noobs live in Canada?
Yes, Emma. And you want to hear some crazy slushy noobs lore?
What?
I think I told you this before. That Hamza was deported, and so they both live in Canada. So it makes me kind of sad for him because Martin, the other guy he does it with, is in New York all the time, like doing brand deals, like with Marc Jacobs and doing all this like cool stuff. And Hamza's back in Canada because he can't come to the U.S. And all these brands are like out of New York. So like you'll see like Martin doing these random like interviews with like
Without
on behalf
Hamza.
of Marc
So is that
Jacobs.
what-
By
so-
himself.
Dang.
Isn't that sad?
So
Like, damn.
being deported means like you can't come back.
No, I think
Until
right?
you get like a green card or you get like a job or
Or
something
a
that would like
visa.
give you a reason to be here.
I thought it was kind of like if you're living here, like so you couldn't even come back just to like, oh, I want to go to New York or
No, I think
visit?
if you were properly deported, like you're not allowed to come
It's a
back
different-
until it's like
Okay,
the
okay.
whole like.
I
think
always
you
wondered
can-
about that.
That's my theory though. That why? Because I'm like, why would it just be Martin? They're like clearly a duo,
Yeah.
and he's deported. So I'm like,
Or the
right?
brand is like,
we just want Martin.
or the
No,
brand is like, we
there's
only have
no way.
budget.
There's no way.
Guys, there is.
Ugh.
Remember the time that we hired a moving company to move us from our old apartment
Oh,
to
this
here?
is sick and twisted. What are they called? What are they called?
I don't say it because I want to use them in the
No,
future.
what are they called? Oh, I can't think of it.
You
But
say
they
it, you-
move everybody and their freaking brother for free. Like anybody who's on the internet, like micro influencer, like they will literally move anybody. And so I'm like, oh, perfect. It's this moving company. You just have to post a video for them and then move all your stuff. They'll pack it up. Emma inquires because we used to live together in the same apartment. And she's like, we're just moving a mile down the street and our new places are like right next to each other. And they literally were like, oh yeah, we'll move Emma, but we're not going to work with Gabi. Like, what do you mean we're in the same apartment and we're moving to the same place? Like, huh? Like you're just not going to pack up one of the rooms? Like
Yeah.
it's so stupid. Literally pissed me off crazy. So, and Emma, little rule follower, Miss fucking, pissed me off. I was like, Emma, just tell them that it's all your stuff. Like, don't tell them that you have a roommate. Like, just have them pack up my stuff, and then I can.
They knew already. This is what happened. So we had inquired. I'm like, me and my sister were
we
both.
definitely could have
We're both
cheat that
no.
system. And
I had
you
already
wouldn't.
had a call and literally walked the man around on FaceTime and was like, "This is Gabby's. This is Emma's," because we thought they were going to work with both of us. And then they came back after we sent analytics and they were like, "Oh, Gabby's following is like not enough in
It was like
California."
some bullshit. They were like, she has too big of a following in Missouri where we don't offer our services. I'm like, I have 3%
Yeah.
of my followers live in Missouri. It was just some like bullshit.
So I
like-
couldn't send them the updated list of moving with the same list I had just sent
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So I couldn't get around it. But I did feel kind of bad using them because I'm like, I would love to stick it to them and be like, okay, I'm not going to work with you. But I didn't have like the money to move both of our
No,
stuff.
I would have done the same thing.
I know, but
didn't
like it
expect
makes me
you to.
sound bad that I still worked with them.
No. And I will do the same thing.
That's happened before with a brand where they come and they want both of us.
And
Remember?
then they're like, nah, never mind.
no, they're like, oh, Emma costs too much, but Emma, can you just like be in Gabby's video?
oh, yeah, that
Remember
happened before.
that?
They'll book me because my rates are lower than Emma's. And they'll be like, but like still do like a sister video. Like they still want Emma in it, but they don't want to pay her prices. I'm like, oh, and that's a little cheat of the system right there.
Yeah. Well, I should just say no, but I'm like, I want Gabby to make the money. So I'm like, okay, I'll be in your video. Like,
And that's
okay.
a real trooper and a real sister right there.
You know, it's a give and a take. It's a give and a take. It's part of
I'm
it.
not doing a lot of giving. I'm doing a lot of taking, but that's okay. Maybe one day.
No,
I'll be able
you-
to give back to my community.
No, you styled me for my bridal shoot. You tell me when my outfits are ugly. That's definitely giving back.
That's all that I can contribute is my criticism.
You also send me links and you're like, you should buy this. It's cute. And I'm like, okay. Like-
what did I bought something stupid this week.
The freaking Skims fake butt, fake boob.
And I bought something stupid again today. I keep when that happens.
we were
I
literally
can't
on
stop.
FaceTime. Gabby's
I
like,
have to stop.
Gabby's like,
But I think I'm gonna try it on and then return it because I'm never gonna actually wear it. I'm just so curious. The Skims new shapewear that has it padded in the butt.
it's a butt
like,
pad and
everybody's-
boob pad.
Everybody's curious, and I'll make a video for you guys so you can see how it really looks.
But that's the thing. The people that are curious are not you. You already have a round butt and fake boobs.
No, I don't.
People that are gonna
Mm-mm.
the target audience here is flat asses and flat boobs.
No.
Yes, because think about it. Who would want a fake padded butt? Not somebody who already has a butt.
But that's the thing, I don't anymore. As I'm getting older, because I don't like lift weights anymore like I used to back in the day. I'm losing my muscle mass, bro.
It's in your head, please.
It's not.
Guys, go watch her most recent
It's
video.
not. It's not. Oh my god, I feel like I'm starting to talk like Gabi Windy too. I have to stop listening to her.
You didn't even
She's
ask
getting in
me
my
what makes
head.
me sick to my
What
stomach.
makes you sick to your stomach, Emma? Wendy.
I don't-
Okay.
I don't have
All
anything.
right. You're fucking done. What happened in media this week?
I don't know. Actually, I do
wait.
know. I have a really long list, but I'm gonna let you talk first.
Oh, Addison Rae's High Fashion, her new single came out. And did you watch the music video?
No, but I saw part of it on Instagram.
So much new music came out on Friday. Sabrina Carpenter came out with a new song. And then she did like a new music video with Dolly Parton randomly for a song that she already had.
Yeah,
And
I love that.
then
I love that
Addison Rae
collab.
came out with a new song.
I did see that Alex Earl made a video to Addison Rae's song "High Fashion," and it says in there something about like, "I don't need drugs to get high. I'm high fashion,"
Mhm.
and her caption was, "Contrary to popular belief," because Alex Earl went on this 24-hour party bender for her friend's birthday, and
Yes.
everybody was like, "Oh, she was skiing, like she was on Coca-Cola," and she made that video kind of trying to clap back to be like, I don't take drugs like that. That was her like subtle.
Boring. And he's like, anytime Alex Earl gets brought up, I'm like,
You don't like
boring. Next.
really?
Yeah.
You don't like her?
She doesn't have that star quality for me. She's just hot. Like, that's all she is. If she wasn't like beautiful, skinny, have big boobs, and you just listen to her, you're like, you don't have anything of substance to give us.
Oh,
Go
I think
ahead
she
and- Go
does.
ahead and give us absolutely nothing. That's how I feel every time I see her. I'm like, all right, girl, go ahead and give us nothing. And I feel guilty for actually saying that out loud on the internet because we're probably going to be at one of the same things eventually. And now it's now it's all out there. My true thoughts and feelings. Sorry.
No, I think that's very valid. I personally enjoy following her in this sense of
And I do follow her, and I will continue to follow her. But I'm just saying, like, ugh. Boring
I
to
feel it
me.
this way. I feel like in the sense of like a case study of like business influencer, I love to observe what she's doing and watch her grow
Mm.
because it's been very interesting to see her go from like making videos in her college bedroom to now like building the
Yeah.
brand and who she is and what she's doing business wise. So that's why I enjoy following her. But I do think she brings value because she talks about like her acne and she talks about like I think she's just entertaining. But we clearly have different.
And you know what? That's called freedom of speech, and you can say and follow whoever you want. How
Yeah.
about that?
Sometimes I feel like I give nothing. Like people come with
Go ahead, girl. Give us nothing.
but they're like you're not sexy and pretty and skinny. You're just
no, they like to look at your face.
You think so?
Okay.
Yes, I will
That's
say
why I can't give Emma a compliment. She's like, really? Say it again.
pick Misha.
Okay, what else happened in media? Come on.
Wait, this has been on my list for weeks and we haven't talked about it, which is insane.
What?
Levi from the couple that we love
Yes.
is engaged.
Well, yes. They live in Canada as well. That's what I'm saying.
A lot
Maybe
of
I
my
should
favorite
we
people
should
are
move to Canada. Maybe.
Also, update, guys. I don't want to move to Dallas anymore.
Thank God.
Yeah, update.
Thank God. Mom said that you canceled the trip going there. You don't even want to check it out anymore?
No, because it's like this is what I was telling Selton. We were having a
Rather get high version. No.
meeting,
Wish I could
and this is
dance.
what I said. At the point that we're at right now financially, I need to figure out how to make more money, and it wouldn't make sense for us to like leave the place that has brought me money.
You think it's the place that has brought you money though, but it's you. It's not the place.
I know, but like you have to think about like the connections that I've made here and like the events that we go to and being able to go model and stuff. Like it would be silly of me to think that leaving here would somehow make me more money.
Hmm.
Like I feel like that's probably not the best bet, and like trying to figure out what our next move is,
Mm-hmm.
is not to like leave here. And
Well-
also, it's not going bad. Like we love living here.
Yeah, that's why I was so like, wait, what? You want to like? That's why it caught me so off guard. I'm like, wait, you don't love? Like, I absolutely love living here. Being
Yeah.
by the beach in the summers, and we have our whole friends, and we have mom here now, and there's so much to do, and the weather's amazing. And then you were like, yeah, I'm gonna move to Dallas. I was like, Why? Like, huh? Just
'Cause
so
having
you can like
kids,
have a
it's-
house?
No, it's because of having kids. Like I would like
But
to
I'm like,
be.
there's suburbs, bruh. Suburbs of Los Angeles will give you the same thing. Like, I don't think you understand that. Of the feeling that you're looking for.
It's just a lot. It's a lot of things to consider, and when our dynamic is very different because I'm like the breadwinner in the family, but I'm also. It's not just like I have to like. I don't know how to describe it. It's like I think I get anxious thinking about having kids and transitioning to any type of different
content.
life or different thing. Like I can't like let's say we go to Dallas and my income does go down, like or we have kids and I get super depressed. I can't do that. Like I have to be online making money. We don't have the option to like for me to just like not. So when we think about this decision, it feels really heavy on me to make the right decision because
Right.
we
I
need money.
understand.
We need I'm the income.
Right.
I don't know. It's just a lot to think about. But that's I guess what's growing up is
Well, maybe all of our followers can pitch in and we can buy that house in Lake Tahoe together. So
Oh.
we have that going for us.
And then we can get snowed in and never have to leave.
Yes.
I would love that. I would really, really love that. Another thing in media this week, have you been seeing I feel like you're gonna think this is boring.
But
Let me put it out there and then you can tell me if you want to skip it or not. Okay?
okay, go ahead.
Avery Woods getting semi-canceled.
Oh. No, go ahead.
What do you think about it?
I just think it's freaking funny. Like, I went and listened to it, and everybody, I don't know, it's just like just to see the people's reactions on the internet and the way that they flip and flop like it's nobody's fucking business. Like, oh my God. Like, I can't even take it anymore. Everybody's like, I hate everyone. And then she comes out with the video, and all the comments are like, yes, they could never make me hate you. Like, I'm like, you guys are actually like, I have freaking whiplash, like enough. But I do think it was like cringy and like the way that you're a married woman and you're like, so would you hook up with me, to your person you're interviewing, and you're just blaming it on that's what the question said. Like, girl, you're a married woman. Tighten up. That's what I
Yeah.
have to say to her.
Well, if you guys haven't been following along or if you're not avidly online, I can
It's okay. Avery
Avid?
Woods, avidly?
no, what's the word?
Avidly.
Avid. I'm an avid TikTok
Avid.
watcher.
Yeah.
She has a podcast called Cheers. She had Harry Jowsey on
She
it.
just signed with Alex Cooper's podcast network. And I think my vibe is like she's trying to be like the mom version of Alex Cooper. And it's just like, there's an Alex Cooper, and that's fine for there to only be one, you know? Like she's trying to be like raunchy and like joke the same way that Alex
Yeah.
Cooper does. And it's like, well, if that's not you,
She
you
just
don't have
made
to
a couple
force yourself.
comments in this last episode with him that were one thing was about a religion, which she's not religious, so like people get offended and like they have a right to be offended, but also this is my thing. Just unfollow her. Like if you don't agree with her beliefs, if you don't agree with what she's saying, there's no need to be commenting on every single one of her videos or making videos about how wrong it is and how she's disgraceful to Christians. All you got to do is just go and follow her, and that's literally problem solved. That's my thing. Like if you don't agree with something somebody is saying, it doesn't need to blow up into this big thing. Just unfollow and move on, because it's almost as annoying. Like, yeah, do I agree with what she was saying and how she was acting? Probably not, but it's also just as like annoying behavior or cancelable behavior to be acting like that, to be making videos as a grown adult being like, listen to what this girl said and I think that's so offensive, and I'm like, ew, that's also not like how I
They're
want to act.
exercising their First Amendment, Emma.
They are.
Is that the First Amendment? Freedom of speech.
Second Amendment is right to bear arms. And you know how I remember that?
Bear arms.
Think about the number 2. In our history class, we had to write out all of the numbers of the amendments and write like and draw a picture of what they meant. And so we did a 2, and then on the bottom, the 2 was a gun. Like we like made that look like a gun.
And
that-
tips from Emma. What can she do?
I feel like today I really look like M. Arletta LLC. I have
know.
my
I'm like, oh, she buttoned to the freaking top.
I have my trench coat buttoned all the way to the top.
Yeah, and I have my fur coat on because I just landed from Lake Tahoe. Like, yeah. It was in Aspen. Yeah.
I think if you never get married or you never have kids.
Stop saying that.
You're
Like,
not-
stop putting that into the freaking universe. You always say that. You'll be fine. It's okay.
No, it's not that you'll be fine. Like, you would be a really good, cool aunt. You know?
I'll fucking kill myself. Stop.
You would, though.
Stop right there.
Like, I know you'd buy
Stop.
my
right
kids.
there and take it back.
This is the thing. I already know my kids are going to want to talk to you and not me. Like, they're going to be like, my mom's crazy. But, like, Gabi is so fun. Did you know that Alabama is pregnant with Tyga's baby?
I don't know if that's true. Is that true? I don't think
Or
it
Alabama
is.
Barker? I don't know. I just wrote it down.
That would be
You know me.
insane because Kylie Jenner and Tyga dated for so long.
Yeah.
And you know what else is funny to think? That Timothy Chalamet is like Stormi's stepdad. Like if they were to like be endgame and get married, like, huh? Like what? Also, where the hell are all of Kylie Jenner's dogs? She used to have like 7 of those like Norman and Company. And then she has these 2 new like wiener dogs. I'm like, where the hell are all the Kardashian dogs that they've gotten over the years? Where are they?
I don't know. I am currently.
That's like 10 dogs. Like she has like 10 dogs. Where are they?
I think she still has them.
She doesn't show them. She only shows those 2 new like brown puppies.
Well, I'm currently working through the new
I'm like,
season
guys,
of
where's
Kardashians.
Norman? I'm really scared, Norman.
That's the
And
kind of
remember
dog that Sultan
guys,
wants.
Remember that interview? And it was, not Travis. Yeah, it was Travis and Kylie. And they were doing an interview. And she's like, what are all my dogs' names? And he was like, he didn't know her fucking dogs' names. And they had been dating for like 5 years. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know her dog's name? She's like they all end with E, like, me. He was like, oh, Norman. He didn't know her dog's names. You guys have a child together. You don't know her dog's names? After that, I was like, oh, nothing is real. Like, what? This
They're
is
like,
all a facade. Like,
may this love never find me.
You don't know her dog's names and you guys have 2 children together? Oh my God, may this love never ever find me. That was crazy. Do you remember what I'm talking about? And she's like, name all my tattoos. And he's like, I don't know. Like,
I would just
didn't
like, oh, he
know.
doesn't like her. That's what I would think.
No, I'm like, do you guys even know each other? Like, have you ever met before? Like, what am I watching?
Did you guys have a PR baby?
Like, huh? What?
What's going on? Is there anything in media that is remarkable for you?
No.
Just me meeting Ashley Graham, like that was a huge moment.
Yeah. But yeah.
Big moment for the big girls.
You keep saying meeting like you don't know this woman. Like you
Yeah,
guys
but
know
I-
each other. It's not meeting somebody if you guys follow each other and have met before.
One time. Okay, our second
If she
meeting.
follows you on Instagram, like this isn't like, oh, I met like it's like I don't know. That to me, I'm just like, are you clout chasing right now?
Okay, but
To seem more
okay,
relatable?
you know what?
You
Gabi?
are. You are.
No, I'm not clout chasing to seem relatable.
To be like, oh, I met this celebrity. But I'm like, she follows you on Instagram.
That doesn't change who she is. That's like,
I don't know.
that's like me saying
That's
this.
a peer.
Let's say Billie Eilish follows you, okay? A year from now, you go to a podcast event, she comes up to you, and you guys talk for a second. And you come to
I'd
the
be like,
podcast.
guys, we're friends and homies. Like,
No,
yeah,
you would be
we
like,
go
I
way
met Billie
back.
Eilish. And then if I said to you, well, you met her at the meet and greet before. Well, you met her before. You'd be like, no, it's different. I'm telling you, it's different.
Okay.
Sound off in the comments.
Is Emma trying to dumb herself down to sound relatable?
I'm not that smart.
Sorry, no. Not dumb yourself down. That's not the right word. But like downplay this. I mean, upplay the situation. Downplay?
You know what?
I don't even know what
Let's
I'm
come-
saying anymore.
Let's
Don't call me after 3 p.m. I've just ate lunch and I'm lethargic. We can't record the podcast after 10 a.m. anymore.
We're gonna come
I'm
back to this topic
lethargic.
after you meet Billie Eilish in an intimate setting.
I'll be like, yeah, we're friends. Like, it's not even that big of a deal.
No, you would probably
That's
say we can't
my
talk about
homie.
it on the podcast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would never talk about it on the podcast. If my friend and mutual came up to me. You know what I mean?
Guys, is this episode kind of bad? Are
My
you-
moot, as Dom would say. My mutual. Doesn't she say that? Okay. None. Okay, I've had enough of this. All right.
Wait, we need
Girls.
No.
Yes.
We have to do the advice column.
This is my least favorite segment that we have on this
This is
damn ass podcast.
This is my favorite.
Okay. Go off.
The
girl.
people's favorite too.
Okay. Oh wait, I have a good one to start us off.
Okay.
This one was asked on the Hefty Gehls account.
We're bringing you guys advice straight from
This-
this couch to your ears. Some of the best advice you might ever get. Maybe even
And
better than your
everybody is
therapist.
still Emma. Enough. Okay. How should I suggest my boyfriend to wear cooler clothes?
What's your advice, Gabi?
No, you go first. Get him something new then. Buy him something new and then he'll be forced to wear it. Right?
Mm.
Yes. Be like, oh, I got you this new shirt or these new jeans and I think you'd look really cute in them. Bada bing, bada boom. Or you could bully him and be like, oh, you're really going to wear that out? Ugh.
You think you're gonna date me and you're gonna wear that?
Oh my God.
No, I think your advice is great. Just buy something for them, and have them wear it. Or if they have somebody they really like to follow
Well,
online.
Emma did this firsthand. You did a little Selton makeover. These past 5 years, Selton's style has evolved. Yes, it has.
Do you want to say anything that I've done to help your style? That you appreciated, that you received well?
It was more of she gave me a push because when I buy stuff, it takes me forever to buy stuff. I see
make a
clothes.
decision.
It's I see clothes oh, that's nice. Oh, I want that. But it's
But you would
I
never
just
actually
don't end up-
purchase.
yeah, I just don't end up buying it.
Yeah, I think a lot of times with men's fashion, it's the last thing on their brain.
Yeah.
They want to look nice when they leave the house, but once
don't
they have a
really
closet that has
care.
pants and shirts and shoes that match, they're oh, I'm good. But yeah, just giving them that push to update it. Or you could buy them a really nice day outfit,
Send them inspo.
put it on their bed, kind of like role reverse. Put it on their bed, write a note, put this on at 8 p.m. I'll pick you up.
Be dressed at 2 shouty. I'll be down in the living room.
Sultan, that's my dream. Can you do that?
Let me buying you clothes.
And put it on the bed and write a note and say, put this on at 6.
ready at
I'll pick
5.
you up. And then get on in the car and then drive around the block and get on the curb and
I'll keep that in mind for your bachelorette. Put this on.
put this on.
You ready for brunch at 3? Put in your favorite shampoo.
We actually have booked the house for my bachelorette. That's an update for the girls. We have a date. We have a
Emma,
house.
we're supposed to be giving advice. Come on, ask your next question, and then
Okay.
we're turning this shit off. My God.
Okay. This one's for you, Gabi.
Okay.
How to get over a breakup.
Get over a breakup. I would say just get really, really, really hot. That's the best thing that you can do after a breakup. Winter arc. Go get a spray tan. Go to the gym. Get on your meal plan. Revenge body, as Khloe Kardashian said. Dye your hair, do something crazy. Start posting on Instagram again. Come on.
I love that advice.
Fix your tiara, it's falling, queen.
Never let them dull your sparkle.
Oh, I know Emma's advice is gonna be something serious. Go ahead.
Well, it's just
Something
the yin to the
tactical.
yang. No, I listened to this podcast called Note to Self. It's by another influencer, Peyton Sarton. It would honestly be,
She's signed by Dear Media.
that podcast would be your worst nightmare. Me and Gabi have very different podcast interests.
Tastes.
Yeah, but she has a couple episodes on how to get through a breakup that I think are really, really insightful.
My vet is calling.
Okay, answer. I'll keep talking. Gabi has to take a call from the vet, so I'm going to continue giving you advice till she's back. But on the podcast episode, one thing that she said that really stuck with me that I was I'm going to put this in my brain in case anybody ever asks me for breakup advice. And she said to sit down and just think solely about you and what you want in every aspect of your life. Like think about your most dream life that only involves you. Okay. So like what does your perfect day look like? What does your perfect financial situation look like? What does your perfect like closet look like? And just go through what does your perfect like friendships look like and just get really nitty gritty and like picturing yourself in the next year, in the future on like what you want your life to look like. Because what happens a lot of times in relationships is we lose ourselves, we lose our singular identity on who we are. So after a breakup, the best thing you can do is get back to that. Cause like now you have all the time in the world. And if you view it in that kind of eye of like, instead of spending the time on mourning what could have been, you spend the time on like having hope and joy for the future on like what you're going to be and who you're going to be, and just be super selfish. Like you're single, do whatever you want to do, eat whatever you want to eat, go on trips where you want to go, change your job, move cities, like truly just take in that time for yourself, because future relationships will probably come and they're going to come, but like after a breakup is like not when you need to be focusing on that. So take time for yourself and really hone in on you. Okay, let's do a question that Gabi probably wouldn't want to answer. So I'll answer it. And it is, um, how do you find, or no. What is the financial side of being self-employed? I think some people have asked before on like, how do you make the transition from having a full-time job to being self-employed? And it's not really like a fun answer, and finances honestly are such a taboo topic. And I think that we just like don't feel the most qualified to answer them because I still feel like I'm figuring it out. But the financial side of being self-employed is probably the most stressful part of being self-employed, because you don't really know where your next paycheck's coming from. You now don't have a 401k. Like when you have a 9 to 5 job, you have a 401k, the money automatically gets taken out of your check. Like you don't have to have any type of financial discipline to like save for retirement. Whereas when you're self-employed, you have to be the one to take the money out of your quote unquote checks for taxes. You have to be the one to take the money out of your quote unquote checks for retirement. Like there's so many things that now you're responsible for. And it's so easy when you first start being self-employed to not do that, to take your full paycheck and spend it. So I think that the first thing I would say if somebody is like self-employed or you're an influencer or you're like doing something that like you now have to manage your money, try and ask other people around you who own a business what they do. Because that's how I ended up building out my financial team, was by getting advice from the people around me who like had done it before. My parents have never owned a business. They've always worked for somebody. They had a typical 9 to 5. So they weren't able to give me advice. So I learned about finances through the other people around me.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for listening to this episode of Hefty Gehls. Please come back next week.
Comment below. How are you feeling? Hefty or wimpy? Hefty or wimpy?
Hefty or wimpy, Gabi or Emma.
Maybe after this episode,
Skinny
they feel
or big.
maybe they feel less wimpy and a little bit more hefty after this episode. Maybe we raised their spirits a little bit.
I probably lowered their spirits from complaining of all of my problems happening.
No. Or maybe they felt like, "Ugh, I'm not alone. Gabi wants to, what is it? JB? What is it?
Gabi wants to take a J off the B.
Gabi wants to take a J off the B, and so do they.
Maybe we can do it together. All right, girls. Thank you so much for listening. We drop every Wednesday. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube.
And we do have accounts on Instagram and TikTok.
You can follow us on Instagram at Hefty Gehls.
And TikTok at Hefty Gehls.
Gehls is spelled Gehls.
Okay, one last comment.
I actually can't.
No, one last thing. I have to wait all till next week to tell them. We gotta write it down so I don't forget. Okay, girls. Bye Hefties.